Good day everyone, and welcome to the channel, or welcome if you're just joining me today. This video is going to be about some sneak peek rules of the Ash Wastes Nomads concerning leaks of the upcoming Slave to Darkness book, and we're going to be talking about Warhammerfest next week as well. So those three things are going to be included in this video, so I hope that you will enjoy it. So let's get started. Before that, could you like and subscribe this video? This really helps me out. Leave me a nice comment. We're nearly up to 200 subscribers. That's very, very awesome. So thank you very much if you are subscribed. And let's go. Alright, first thing we're going to talk about is the Ash Wastes Nomads and the box game Ash Wastes. Now, there is some issues with that box, and I'm going to be very frank about the issues with New Necromunda. This box is portrayed at a new starter set for the game. Does it do that? Kind of. What does it lack? Significant rules for the new Ash Wastes Nomad faction and the quads that are included in the box set. It only includes a small amount of rules in the build guides of the aforementioned units, or if you purchase the boxes, it has the same rules. There are no extra rules in that game for those things. So what does the book in that box include? Well, it includes a new campaign, it includes vehicle rules, it includes a bit of lore about the Ash Wastes Nomads, but not too much. There is probably going to be a forthcoming book, like Book of Ash or something like that, which will probably include some of the Ash Wastes Nomad stuff and some of the Orlok stuff, and then going on book per book, it might include a new vehicle for a significant gang. I'm thinking they're going to probably do 2 vehicles or 2 gangs per book, and maybe boost some nomad stuff in each one as well, or maybe something else. There is mention of a squat mining facility with sand crawlers in the book, and therefore I think they're going to be involved. We're going to talk a little bit about fractions and stuff that are portrayed in that book in a different video, because this is really what the issues are with the book and the content. So what else is the issue with the box? I'm sure you can hear my cat behind me, so we'll just continue with that noise in the background. I'm sure that it'll be okay. Right, so their rules for the Nomads and the Orlok quad are only in a build guide in the box. They're also available in the boxes separately, so that you only got those small rules. You don't have the proper rules for them, which only gives you limited information about, you know, costs and equipment and stats. It's basically the kind of stuff that we get in the other boxes for 40k and stuff, so those small charts, basically that. Is it good? I guess if you really, really want to play at the box, yes and no, because the book doesn't contain the proper rules for them. It contains campaign rules, it contains the new skill rules, I believe, and it contains some lore, and of course the vehicle rules, which are interesting to say the least. We'll come to those another time when I actually have those in front of me, because I've only got bits and pieces of information that I can comment on at the moment, so we'll have to wait. So what is good about the Nomads? Well, their weapons have shock, and their blast weapons are basically las weapons that have shock, which means 6 is automatically wound. They are a fantastic choice for range. Secondly, long rifles are not special weapons, they're standard weapons, which means you've got a 48-inch range weapon on your basic gangers. Okay, what else is quite cool? Chain lances are okay, and their claws that they can have are pretty decent. Chain lances are unwieldy. They also have like a dagger which has backstab. Backstab weapons are very hit and miss, because by the time you will use them, usually the fighter's either prone, or you're ambushing someone, or something else. Right, I'm not sure if this is true, but someone has told me that gangers come with infiltrate, and they have these like back banners that give them basically stealth if they don't move. I'm not sure 100% of that one, but that's what I've been told. Also, their charge caster can be reloaded if you take an item for another ganger, which enables them to reload the Chargecaster. Basically, you automatically pass an ammo roll save. So it's probably worth investing in one of those just for your heavy weapon. Right, so that's really all the rules we have for them. The most important note is the shock, which means automatic wound if you roll a 6, which is amazing. Right, so we've done that. So let's move on to probably what's the biggest news at the moment is the massive leaks that are going on with GW. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? This really depends on your point of view. On the point of view of GW, it's probably a terrible thing. Having a codex released or leak this badly, we're in the 4th, 5th month now, so that's 7 months early. 7 months early, and the Knight Codex apparently is fully leaked, and parts of the Chaos Space Marine Codex are leaked. These leaks are, in some ways, we get to see the rules early, and people can build lists around them, but otherwise, GW probably was saving a lot of those leaks to build up to Slaves in Darkness in December. Maybe the Imperial Knights one isn't so bad, but Chaos Marines certainly probably would be, considering there's supposed to be 2 codexes before them. It's just really going insane at the moment. You see, when I started, we never had leaks this bad. There was a time where we had like a golden age of leaks, which was the early 2000s when the internet was very early on. You'd go on message boards and you'd have people who would go into the studio and stuff, and they'd leak stuff, but you wouldn't get pictures. You wouldn't get stuff like this now. This is a completely new thing, and in my mind, it'll either make GW do one of 2 things. It'll make them clam up and force playtesting in-house more, which means that it's an echo chamber and the rules will be even more imbalanced. Of important note, apparently the Imperial Knights lists are pretty balanced in themselves, so it means that they're not broken, and people are moaning that they're not broken. Well, you know, a balanced codex is a good codex in my opinion, but what do I know? I haven't played in a long time. Anyway, moving on from all the leaks and stuff like that, because really I can't really say much more about it, we have to talk about Warhammerfest. There is going to be significant Votann or Squat news in that league. There is also going to be some other stuff like Sylvanas and a few other bits and pieces, Kill Team apparently, and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff has leaked, including the new Demon Prince, a Centaur guy, you know, Chaos Chosen, massive amounts of stuff that probably would not have been shown in this preview, but maybe one in the distant future. Maybe the Demon Prince would have been, because of the Chaos Demon 40k Codex is probably going to be out soon, so maybe that one would have come out early, but it's terrible in a lot of ways. Right, so I'm not going to really make many guesses on Warhammerfest. I will make a couple. We might get to see Exo Armor, and we might get to see a character for the Votann. We probably won't see the entire Votann range, or if we do see more than that, it'll probably be an army box, which will be out, in July or something like that, like they did with the Orc Codex. That's what I'm hearing anyway. Also, we might get some sort of like kill team for them. I'm not 100% if this is what the person was mentioning, the army box or the kill team box with the kill team in it. So we'll have to wait and see for Warhammerfest next week. I will note that there is some Necromunda leaks. I've heard that it's a marshal for Cinderak City, and maybe the champion bug riders for Ash Wastes Nomads. So we have to see. Oh, also the Ridge Waller or Cargo Hauler that we've seen previewed in Necromunda is not in the book. It's not. None of the vehicles are in the book. Anyway, we'll move on swiftly from that. So let's stay tuned and let's see what happens with all these leaks. Tomorrow is a bank holiday, so the earliest GW are going to address anything is probably Tuesday. They might pump up a post tonight, you know, with what's coming out next week, but it's probably going to be a Chaos Knight box. Probably. That's what I'm hearing. Or the Imperial Knight book as well. So the Chaos Knight army box and the Imperial Knight box. It might not be though. You know, I only get told bits and pieces of information because I'm not significant enough and I don't really care if I ever become that way. Anyway, so that's all the news and that's everything. So more Necromunda stuff coming probably soon, hopefully, where I'll be able to look at the stats a bit better and I will break them down, those tiny rules you get in that assembly booklet. We'll see how good or bad they are next week. So yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone for your time. Do take care of yourselves. I know this has been a bit of a long one, but there's been a lot to cover. Thank you all, and I'm Trix, and you're you. Bye bye.